Adapting to life's changes. Embrace growth, let go, and move forward. The shape of the wind. In a quiet village wrapped in mist and memory, where the sun rose slowly as if it too bore the weight of time, there lived an old potter named Mateo. His hands, though trembling with age, still remembered the rhythm of the wheel, the slow turning of clay into vessels, as if shaping life itself. Mateo had once been the most sought-after artisan in the region, known for his vases that sang with stories, but the river that fed his kiln had shifted its course in a sudden flood, carrying away the fine silt he'd used since boyhood. Without that earth, the clay felt wrong, brittle, stubborn, unwilling to become. He tried to recreate his art with what was left, but the vessels cracked. The villagers turned to younger potters, ones who used new tools and machines that whirred instead of whispered. Mateo, bound to the past, sat alone by his wheel, surrounded by the ghosts of shattered pots and silent mornings. "I was meant for a different world," he would mutter, staring at his weathered palms. One day, a wandering child found him, curious and unafraid. She asked, "Why don't you make birds instead of bowls?" Mateo chuckled, but something in her gaze, welled and full of spring, clung to him. That night, as the moon poured milk over the rooftops, Mateo dreamt of wings rising from the clay, not to hold water, but to carry wind. When he woke, he reached for a handful of coarse, unfamiliar soil from the edge of the new river. Not the silky kind he once prized, but dark, rugged, alive. He shaped not a vase, but a heron, neck arched, wings tucked in mid-flight. The clay fought him, so he softened. The wheel spun slower. He let go of perfection, of memory, of the way things used to be. Weeks passed, and soon the village square bloomed with creatures molded from the earth they had once deemed unworthy. Foxes, owls, dancers of stone and mud, each one singing its own strange, beautiful song. One evening, as twilight leaned gently over the rooftops, Mateo stood before his kiln, firelight in his eyes. "I thought I had lost my gift," he whispered, voice thick with wonder. But the gift was never in the clay. It was in the letting go. Then, with trembling hands steadied by purpose, he placed the last heron, wings outstretched, atop the kiln roof where it caught the wind and turned just slightly toward the new river. The wind has no shape, yet it shapes everything it touches. In the next story, we look to the trees, not for answers, but for a way to stand still without breaking. Click the card on your screen and let change guide you forward.